Welcome to the walkthrough of the Gold release for Ready. And today we're going to take a look at pretty much all the features. So this may take some time. Notice that we also have two views up here. We have one on the left, which is my actual device here. And we have the simulator. And we're going to use this because there is some, since it is a social type of app, we're going to have to demonstrate some communication and some interaction and different users. So we already know that we can log in or sign up through using a username and password, creating credentials, and that works actually pretty fine. That forces the user to go ahead and set up their first name and their last name, and then a user can assign themselves a avatar or a user profile picture. So let's go ahead and demonstrate just logging in, tester, test, and I'm going to go ahead and log in here, and I'm going to go ahead and log in through Facebook, and we're going to demonstrate some of the finer details. First of all, we see that here, pet, he has a few items, a couple things shown publicly, and with family, like help demo app, play board games, go to San Francisco, and whatnot. So right now, I don't have any items on the left side, and I don't have any friends. I'm just a brand new user. Okay, so at this point I'm going to go ahead and browse, and we're going to start seeing how this social component works. So here I have friends, and I'm going to go ahead and click my action sheet, and I'm going to see that I can invite people from Facebook, I can text and email. Those all work exactly how it's expected. Sending a text, there would be a link once I have an App Store link. The same thing with email. So we can send emails and whatnot, and then we can actually invite from Facebook, and that works exactly how it should. So I'm going to go ahead and view all users. I'm going to look for him. His name is Pet, and I'm going to take a look at his profile. Now notice there are no relationships. I haven't added him as friends. If we look in this, we have this guy, but that's definitely not me because that's not what my thing looks like. We have nobody as family on this user. So that means that me, this person with the graffiti profile picture, shouldn't be able to see anything that has been shared with family or friends. And the only thing I should be able to see is things that have been shared publicly, which we can tell by this icon over here. Now, we see these indicators on these actual items. So let's go ahead and see what that means. We see that all three of these people actually have this in common. So, and notice that updates, and it will update periodically. And notice that it updates all throughout the app. So as we go through, what I can do is, now that I'm in this profile, I can actually add him as a family or a friend. I'm going to do both. And I can also remove, but we're not going to do that yet. And I'm going to go ahead and then go back to my list. Now, what I'm also going to do on my side is I'm going to go ahead and find him and the graffiti guy. I'm going to go ahead and add him as family. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is add an item and spend more time painting. I'm going to set family, and I'm going to just go ahead and save. Now, when I look at my feed, I should see the Wi-Fi is not too great. I should see spend more time with family, and I hope this feed doesn't break. There we go. Awesome. So now, and I can isolate this by family, and people who have identified me as family and shared this as family, I can see that. Now when I go back to his profile, now I can see conquer the world, go to San Francisco, and spend more time with family. Now let's do board games and just resave that. Then I would notice over here, play board games. So that basically resaves the item, grabs the friend list or the family list or whatever relationship, and then reshares it with the person from that point on. So here we have the ability to kind of control the privacy levels of an item. I can communicate. Now let's go back just to kind of remember who we are and the differences between. All right, great. So let's go ahead and send a message to Derek. So let's go to friends, save them as family, and send a message. How's it going? So notice that there's a few things that just happened here. One, there's an alert, and then second, there's a indicator with a view. And I have the actual message, and I can actually get to the conversation from here. Great. So we can communicate. That's an awesome thing. We can communicate. We can do a lot of things. Now, since this is a sim, let's go back and proud of you. And the same thing. And now if I was to be somewhere else, awesome, that updates, and here I go. I got the same thing. I can delete, I can get rid of these notifications. And that would update once I refresh the view. So cool. You know, we can add things. As we've seen before, we have a user profile. We can update this stuff. Since this was Facebook, it automatically pulled my interest from Facebook. So that's awesome. We've demonstrated how we can basically communicate from one another. And I'm going to add one thing. Learn to speak. Awesome. Family. Now, one thing to notice here, of course, my feed has all these things. These are things that I've added, or this person has added. This, since I've been identified as family, this is great. Now let me go in here and comment on this. I want to learn to. So I get notified as well that there is somebody who commented on the task. And this will bring up the conversation as well. And I can say, hey, we can practice together. Just proactively practice. Awesome. So, great. And you know what I want to do here? I'm going to add this to my list. So here we have the ability to browse, do a whole bunch of things from the actual feed. We can view profile. This is my, this is my friend here. We can, browser tasks. We can browse this information here. Notice that these buttons like the edit and the ability to add, these things have all been hidden. We can close this. We can close that modal view, and we can go back into the feed. So it's pretty functional. We can log out from here. So that's pretty much the app. So I'm happy with where we're at. It's pretty interactive. It's a social to-do list, which is basically what we set out to do. And I'm happy with where it's going, and I look forward to making even more improvements in the future. So thank you for the time. This is the Ready app in the Goat phase, and I'm excited. Have a great night.